Aloha, Susan. Aloha, Peter. I hope you guys are well, and thank you very much for having provided us with those wonderful bamboos. I am hoping that you guys can share your wisdom with us. We are suddenly finding ourselves in a conundrum, and I am praying that your wisdom can maybe guide us a little bit here. We suddenly found ourselves having a major issue with our cesspool. And this has suddenly forced us to have to convert to a septic tank. And the septic tank is creating a major problem with our bamboos. And I am doing a little video here to show you what the problem is. So here we go. I am going to give you a little guidance on the problem. Okay, here's our pool. And here is the septic tank, which we had to decommission. There's a wall here that we have to protect because if it collapsed, it would be a very bad situation. The absolutely only place we could possibly put the septic tank is on the other side of this wall. And here's where the septic tank has been placed. Unfortunately, there's where the bamboos have been installed. And as you can see, there's one bamboo and so on. Here's the lines of the bamboos. All the way down the line, all the way down through there. And here's the trench. So I think you're beginning to take a look at the problem. So now, let me describe a little bit better what the issues are. I'm going to have to walk around in order to guide you better. I have to walk because I can't cross the trench. I'm going to walk along the pool and come back around the other side. Over there is the property line along a fence. Starting right about here is a cement wall that effectively is a planter, and this is where the high grade begins. And beginning about there, the grade begins to drop for a considerable distance. I will show you that in a second. Now these are the lower growing bamboos, and they're doing amazingly well. I mean, as you can see, they've established quite well. There's still some residual damage from the original planting, but they are doing beautifully. And there's no problems there. Now I'm going to walk around the shed. And you can see that over here, the cement wall is about 4 feet deep, and it runs some distance in that direction along the property line. And the bamboos have established quite nicely and sent out quite a lot of new growth. And they're interspersed among the palm trees. And they're sending quite a lot of new, as I said, quite a lot of new growth. And the black bamboo is also putting out a lot of new growth. And there's about, I'd say, a good 4 to 5 feet before you get to the edge of the trench. You can see that here. If we continue walking, I have to be careful. I don't want to fall into the trench while I'm videotaping. Now, as we move further down, the soil line or the trench gets a fair bit closer to the actual bamboos. But the bamboos still have approximately 8 feet of soil, and the soil is very rich and very, very high quality. And there's a lot of space in between the bamboos. There's about 8 feet between the bamboos. Actually, even a little bit more. I'm going to have a tight squeeze here. I won't be able to get through there. I'll have to do it on the other side. The cement wall reaches up to this edge, and then there's a right angle that ends the planter over here. Now, the problem for us is this. I and the contractor need to be concerned about the possibility of bamboo roots possibly invading the septic tank over time. We never originally contemplated having to put the septic tank here. When we planted the bamboos were going to have free rein to grow however they wanted in this area. The placement of the septic tank was something that we had no choice to do. So the question that we have is, over there, that yellow barrier is a biobarrier to prevent roots from reaching the septic tank. And the concern we have is restricting the roots from reaching that would create a horizontal barrier that might be resented by the bamboos. Now, the bamboos have a side-to-side range that is fairly unrestricted, and also a downward range that is unrestricted. And the bamboos could theoretically penetrate below the cement wall and go below the fence and continue on to the lawn area below there as well for roots and for the roots. But we may be forced to put this biobarrier or the root barrier all along here to prevent the leach field from getting invaded. What I'm hoping you guys can advise me on is, what impact will such a rectangularly restricted area have on the performance of the bamboos? I hope you guys can advise me on that. Thanks.